everyone, a long time no see. I'm so happy to be back on here, and I want to preface this next video saying I shot this video several weeks back before everything kind of went down and got really crazy in our own lives, and even with the virus and just everything. If you guys have seen on Instagram, you know, we've been through a lot of ups and downs with our family, and I'm gonna do a video on that soon, but I really wanted to get this video live because it is my wrap up of my last several months on WW. I wanted to give you guys a full review and walk you guys through that. So I shot this video a few weeks back. That's why things look a little bit different and are a little bit different. So without further ado, coming at you from my house because we are still in the middle of this crazy time. And I wanted to come on here today and do a video on my past like 3.5 months or so, close to 4 months now, on WW, how I have woven this into my lifestyle and once again had amazing success on it. I also want to talk about how this is a program that can improve your emotional wellness, obviously your physical wellness, but wellness in so many different ways. And while we're in the middle of this insane time of what's going on right now in the world, I just, even more than ever, I'm so happy that I started my wellness journey before all of this happened. I'm gonna go through and I'm gonna talk about 5 different aspects of the program that I feel really enabled me to have success this time. It's really equipped me with a lot of things and helped me change some lifestyle things that have really helped me during this time. So I thought, what a great time to do a review video of everything. And you know, I want to start this out by saying how grateful I have been to be a partner with WW. I have done this program for years and years and years. I have turned down a lot of different brands and programs that have come along and asked if I would partner with them because I was like, no, I'm gonna do WW until WW comes along. I'm gonna do it and I'm gonna cover my journey just as a person that's doing WW, and this has been really a dream come true, and I'm continuing on, but I just wanna say thank you so much to WW for the opportunity to be a partner with you guys and to document my journey in this way. So really quickly, just in case this is the first video that you're watching me talk about WW, I want to explain the difference in MyWW, which is the new program under the WW umbrella. If you've heard people talk about freestyle, that was kind of the program before this. Now, I've been doing MyWW, which is a program that launched last fall, so fall of 2019. And it's the most customized of any of the programs that I've done within WW. And because of how customized it is, I feel like, in my opinion, I think it's the best one for me that I've ever done. Under MyWW, you'll basically be in one of 3 plans. You can be in blue or green or purple. It's gonna depend on some different goals and different things that you have. And each one of them have some differences here or there. They're gonna have different smart points budget. Your smart points are basically just the number of smart points that you have during the day. Each food has a certain number of smart points. I'm on green. I just wanted to mention that I'm a huge fan of the MyWW version. I want to move into, I'm going to talk about like 5 aspects of it that I think really enabled me to have success this time. It's the one that I want to start with because I think it's the most, to me, it's the most important one. And that is the livability of WW. That is when I say livability, I mean how it fits into your everyday life, and most importantly, how you can feel great while you're doing it. It blows my mind how, and I have done programs like this or diets like this, if you want to call it a diet or a program or just a lifestyle change, whatever it is in your life that you've done to achieve some sort of end goal, and you're completely miserable and feel defeated through the whole thing. That is no way to live your life, and that is no way to provoke any sort of positive change in your life. One of my favorite aspects of WW is that every time I do it, even while I'm doing it, I feel full of energy. I feel happy. I feel like I've got all the tools in the palm of my hand to be successful. And most importantly, I feel like I can live my life while I'm doing it. I can go to restaurants, obviously, like not right now while we're isolating and quarantining, whatever you want to call it. But back when we could all go out and about, and hopefully we'll be able to again, it's just great to feel like if I want to have that dessert, I can have that dessert. Or if I want to go to my favorite restaurant and celebrate a birthday or an anniversary or a baby being born, I feel like I have the power to stay on track with my program. And I come back from that feeling good about myself and feeling like, oh, I had this great time, but I'm not beating myself up over eating something I wasn't supposed to or doing something I wasn't supposed to. It just can fit into your life in such an amazing way. The whole thing that I talk about across all of my platforms is this whole aspect of living fully, of living your lives to the fullest. And that's why I really love WW, and specifically MyWW, because it allows me to achieve my goals, which post-baby, obviously, like I wanted to get some weight off. Weight loss was one of my goals. Also, being healthier, cooking healthier for my family, having more energy for Ford, who is about to be 2. I had a lot of different goals, and I've been able to achieve those this time yet again. Number 2 is the app. I love the app. I talk about the app a lot because this is something that really helps me to stay on track. I did WW in high school when it was a book that you had to open that was like this thick, and you would be like Cookie Dough Blizzard from Dairy Queen, and you'd thumb through it and it would say like 20 points or whatever it was, and you would literally like write it down. So I have done WW all the way back to when it was called Weight Watchers, and when you literally had to thumb through a book and do it that way. Now the app is like so extensive and has these really amazing features that I want to talk about, just like my favorite. Within this app, there are a million tools to help you stay on track. There is an amazing community. There's a really easy way to scan different foods that have a scanner. There's a really easy way to input recipes or to search recipes or to, you know, just track water now. There's just so many amazing things. And also there's Headspace, so you can do meditation, just so many different things that I really love. The thing that I really love the most about the app is the scanner. So on my app, I'll go to my day, and then you see this barcode. You scan, this is just the coffee that I'm drinking that I got from Whole Foods. You scan whatever item it is, and then it's gonna come up. So 1 point. So that little scanner just has changed my life. Before, and hopefully after all of this blows over, what I like to do is I like to go through the grocery store and get ideas of foods from the scanner. So I'll go through and I'll just scan different things in the grocery store that I want to try out. It helps me to kind of mix things up in the kitchen, and then I'm not just throwing new things in the cart and then I get home and I'm like, oh shoot, well that's a lot more smart points than I thought it was. It's just kind of an easy way to make it fun and find new things that work for you that kind of help you stay on track. Another aspect of the app that I really love are the recipes. Here at the bottom are all of these recipes. You can also see just under that Explore tab, recipes, restaurants, 0 point foods, more about greens, shop WW snacks and tools, just all these different things. But the recipes I just wanted to mention because I just really love this aspect. So big batch, let's go to the big batch. So a black bean breakfast burrito, you see right there, 6 smart points. You press on it and it shows how to make the burritos. It's got these little notes on there with some tips. It's just got, you know, the smart points of each of the ingredients. I just really love that, and that's another thing that I just wanted to mention about the app. The third thing that I wanted to mention, just because of the times that we're in right now, is how you can still be successful at WW as things change around us. Our lives are unpredictable, as is the world that we live in, and who would have thought that we would be existing in what's going on right now. Things have changed. We are not eating at restaurants as much, or at least me and my family. We aren't at all because they're all closed. every once in a while, maybe once a week, we'll get takeout, but that's drastically shifted. So we're cooking at home a lot more. So the landscape of my meals really changed, and I've still been able to stay on track because you can do this program no matter what's going on around you. And that's one thing I wanted to mention, but also there are things just me and my personal life that will shift. So this past time that I've done WW, when I switched to MyWW, I was postpartum with my second baby, Shepherd. So I'm breastfeeding, I'm still breastfeeding. And that was something that you could check that box to say if you're breastfeeding or exclusively breastfeeding, and took that into account. Now, when I'm done breastfeeding, whenever that is, I'm still breastfeeding currently, I can change that back, and it will alter my program just a little bit more because you need a little bit more calories when you're breastfeeding and stuff like that. Say you're a person that is like dairy free or gluten free or vegetarian, whatever it is, it doesn't matter. You can still do WW and you can still have success with it like I have. Things never stay the same, and a lot of times we can't anticipate the changes. A lot of times they're changes that we choose in our own lives. So no matter what those things are that happen, you can alter your program or shift it in whatever way that you need to, and you can still continue to do it. That brings me to the fourth point. I always love when I feel like something that I'm doing to make some sort of lifestyle change is forgiving. If you get a little bit off track, you can just get right back on track and still stay on the course. And that's something that I really feel like makes me successful, that makes a lot of other people successful at this program, because this is real life. And you can't always stay perfectly on track with things. When I've done different programs or tried to get healthy or tried to lose weight or whatever it was, I feel like the second I made a mistake or got off the program, whatever it was, I would just throw in the towel. And then I had taken 10 steps forward, I would take 11 steps back. And that's something that I really love about WW. And there are tools like within the programs and under your plan that are put in place to help you do that. So say you go over your Smart Points budget. There are these things called weeklies where you can still like stay within a range that is going to enable you to still be successful. And then the fifth point that I want to make, and I'm coming back in here because I've rearranged things a little bit, and I want to talk about celebrations and I want to talk about victories, because even in this really bizarre time, I feel as a family we've found so much to celebrate. And even in my own journey of WW, I've really learned that when everything around you is just going crazy, it's awesome to focus on those things. So the things that I'm going to celebrate with MyWW are 100% the things that I've already talked about. The increased energy, being able to spend more time with my family because I feel better, all of those things that are side effects to being on this program, and also like just getting in the habit of doing headspace in the morning and different things like that. It's really been a game changer for me. But I do want to mention weight loss, because I think that that is a reason that a lot of people will come to WW and start on the journey with MyWW in the first place. So I've lost over 20 pounds, which is amazing for me, and just goes to show, because you guys, if you follow me on Instagram or any other platform, you see that I've still been able to like live my life and celebrate births and celebrate birthday parties and celebrate, especially before everything kind of shut down, we had holidays and just so many really fun milestones. I feel like we're in such a time right now where we really cherish those celebrations and those milestones and those tiny victories in our life. So I just really wanted to mention those. A victory for me obviously is the weight loss, because that is huge to me, to be able to step on the scale and see the weight that I wanted to be at. That's a really, first and foremost, that's a really amazing thing. And I wanted to address that because I think a lot of people, they come here for that victory, for that weight loss, because it is important, and it also spills over into so many other aspects of your life. So I celebrate going into stores, and well, if your stores are still open or if they're opening now, being able to try on a dress that feels like the size that I want to be. I like being able to get excited about spring and summer clothes. I like feeling like, okay, when things open back up and we get to go to the beach, I can celebrate this by, you know, wearing a swimsuit that I want to wear. So those are all just celebrations and little victories that I wanted to share with you guys, because while it's so easy to focus on so many of the things that are hard to celebrate right now, there is truly so much that we can all celebrate. I always talk about just how amazing it is to just feel like you're living a full life while also giving a gift to yourself like this. So I'll continue to cover my content, and I just want to thank WW for having me as a partner. So far, it's just been so amazing. Thank you guys so much for following along my journey so far, and tune in for some more coming soon. But I just wanted to do that quick review today and encourage you guys, if you haven't tried this, I really suggest that you give it a try. There are just so many things that can really help us, especially during a time like this. And so many things that have really helped me. So thank you guys so much for watching. Tune in again for more coming